Hey guys, welcome back to Rogue Mystic Divination. Ophiuchus, this is going to be your monthly for July 2025, and it felt like I just had a lot more light, but we'll see here in a minute. I might have to move some things, but here we go. And we're just going to freeform this because that is how I am. So we've got the Chariot in reverse, Justice in reverse, and Judgment in reverse. Now, I made a point to put these back upright in the deck whenever I got them out last time because they were also in reverse that time. And it seems as though, Ophiuchus, that you may be dealing with a few situations where things are going to be trying to look one way this month whenever they're actually another. Things are going one way or seem to be going one way, but it doesn't work out the way it's supposed to somehow. Now, with Judgment and Justice coming up, I do believe that is because there's some workings behind the scenes. Now, whether it's people manipulating the situation or just... I'm really tempted to say luck just not being on your side. You may find that you are going to have better results with just going with the flow, reacting to the moment. I'm not saying don't start anything or don't direct things to be the way that you want them to be. However, I feel like if you do this month, it's not going to get you the result that you want. And it's going to feel very unfair, to the point that you're starting to doubt what you really want and what your true purpose was whenever you start out on these endeavors. And I really want to say a lot of this is carryover from May, all the way from May, maybe even April. And for some of you, even at least one event that you thought was over in January that seemed to be like a big scuffle, but people are still talking about it now, like it's still happening, and it's over for you. It's over, and it's been over for a while. It doesn't mean that it's a relationship, but it's almost as though it's like a court case, or you got a speeding ticket, or somebody did something. Even if you were involved in it, for some reason, they're looking to you for your opinion, for your reaction, and I don't think that you really feel obligated to give it. Even if you do have some strong feelings about this, it's not something you want your name associated with anymore, is what I'm getting out of this. Yeah, because they're really stuck on bringing this up, and all you're trying to get out of this is personal closure. Like, you want people to be over bringing this up, and it's not just one of it. It seems like it's a lot, and they may all tie back somehow to the one event that started all of this crap in January, because they don't really seem like they're positive events. Like, some of these events were supposed to be positive, and it just didn't turn out that way for whatever reason. So even if you feel like this dishonesty and punishment, I think that's coming from people continuing to bring this up. And it's making you feel like you are doubting your previous actions, doubting why you may have done something to begin with. However, I believe your intuition was right. I think that a lot of what's been coming up with this Knight of Pentacles is people sticking to the wrong story. People sticking to the lie, or like, oh, well, like, an example, right? Say you have a priest or a pastor. I think it's a pastor that can get married and a priest can't, but say you have a pastor and, oh, because of his position in the church, he's a good man and he is a benefit to the people, and you should listen to what he has to say. And then everyone finds out that they had an affair with a married woman, and they're also married, so they cheated on their wife with someone who was already married, and cheat on the relationship, because they don't just cheat on the person. Whenever you cheat on a significant other, you cheat yourself out of an honest relationship with the person that you're with, and you're cutting yourself out of that. And I'm not saying that this is you, Ophiuchus. I think this is something that you might have experience with somehow. Maybe even possibly getting involved with someone that lied to you about their involvement with somebody else. Like, they were testing the waters. They were trying to see... Let me rephrase that. I think that they were in a position where the grass was green. It was so green that they couldn't ask for it to be any greener. But something was missing for them. Like, they got it too easy and they expected to fight for it, or they expected there to be some turmoil or some kind of events. Like, you're not supposed to meet, the love of your life whenever you're in grade school. Get married at 18, have nothing bad happen in your life, and it's like they're chasing danger somehow, and you may have been involved in that. And in July, I'm going to be honest, and I say this because I think it's pretty relevant. I'm a Cancer, and I was born in July, right? July is one of the hottest months in the year, and at least where I'm at, and it's it's right in the middle of everything, where people have been out of school, people have been on vacation, they're trying their best to let loose, they're trying their best to let go of the stagnancy in their life. And I think that energy is kind of something that Cancers fight against. There is a possibility, because you have the Cancer card up here, the Chariot. You may be dealing with a Cancer, or this could have involved a Cancer somehow, or you could be watching this happen to a Cancer. The other signs that could be involved are Libras and I don't remember what sign that is for Judgment. It's like, what, Venus or Mars? But I can't remember right now. But yeah, I think this is something that you're involved in, but it's not because your hands are dirty in the situation. It's just that people are kind of like, and I think I even brought this up before, like a long time ago, where it's like, you see the tumbleweeds in cartoons where it's just a street fight that turns into this giant dust cloud that's just traveling down the road, and other people are getting sucked into it. And I do believe someone might be trying to get you sucked into that fight, into that disagreement, into that just total calamity that's just picking up everything and everyone and ensuring that it touches everyone. It's almost as though someone's sitting here like, Ophiuchus hasn't been touched by this, and they don't understand why. Now, one of these instances could be because, like, they can't pick out anything bad about you. They can't pick out anything where you jaywalked across the street, where you got a speeding ticket, where you did even minor infractions for them to be mad about. But for some reason, it's just like, that sets you apart. And it's almost like they want to touch you to make you one of them, and ensure that you're not, I don't know, like the Holy Virgin Mary over there that's been untouched by everything and kept safe and purified by the world, or something like that. Because it's really kind of the how I'm saying this. It's like they have to ensure that you're involved in this. I can't even justify it enough to call it chaos, because it doesn't feel like it's chaos. It's just calamity that somebody else has started, and they're making sure that everyone's involved. And even if they don't want to be, even if there's no reason for them to have an opinion about this, it's like they poke them and they prod them until they get an opinion out of them. Yeah, and that's where this isolation is coming in at, because I think they really are regretting their involvement in this, because I think they're trying to cover up their tracks. I think they're... Someone around you, someone within your periphery, has a deep regret about something that they did, and they don't want to own up to it. They need to make sure everyone is busy with something else, and because if they know that if anybody really looks at them too hard or thinks about some situation that they were a part of, they're going to realize that they did something that they were not supposed to do and that they regret doing. It could even be some kind of negligence situation. So it's almost as though they're trying to put enough time and distance between what they did and what everyone's doing now, so that they can't really clearly suss out what happened. And they may have other people that they've brought into this with the Three of Pentacles. Like there's other people involved with this cover up that isn't going to be good enough to cover it up. And you may be finding that you're accepting that what happened happened and you can't change anything about it, so you're walking away, but they may be trying to keep you from walking away. I wouldn't even be surprised if at some point during July that someone tries to bring a fight to your doorstep and maybe even get some wine involved, some kind of alcohol involved to get your inhibitions loosened and get your real opinion, and they're going to get on tape. That's what their choice is going to be, but your focus is definitely the Four of Cups in reverse, which is, realizing what's going on and choosing your happiness over this involvement, because they are stuck in regret. Now, I think even if you're isolated, you're happier in that isolation than you were with these people. And this emotional loss is definitely going to be one where it's not that you're... It's not that you're emotionless about this. It's not like you're sad about this. It's just that you're not going to allow yourself to feel what they want you to feel on their behalf, because it's almost as though they want other people around them to feel the regret, the shame, the dishonesty, the closeted feelings that they're feeling. Instead of being honest with themselves. So, Ophiuchus, I'm not really sure if this totally involves work, but you may know some of these people through work. I know everything seems like it's so clicky right now, and it's so weaved together, so, like this, like everything touches somehow, and it's almost impossible to get away with it, or away from it. But I think whatever transformation happens because of that this month, you're going to come out of it with the ability to create something that you've wanted to create for a while, which is your own peace. That is the primary result of the month of July for you. And I don't think it's so much that you're destroying an institution or destroying a foundation of anything. I think it's just that, because I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing a building or anything with the Tower card in reverse. I'm seeing more of like a construction and cleanup crew, Like they're coming in and everything's been torn down, and now it's time to remove everything from the scene. And it's just all the danger, or most of the danger's out of the way, and it's just relocating and repurposing the materials from this. And it does seem like you're going to get something out of it that you can repurpose for later, but ensure that you're not, oddly enough, I almost want to say, ensure that you're not keeping receipts, ensure you're not keeping evidence so you can use it later, because if you're going to use it now. Use it when you have it. Don't keep it on the back burner. Don't keep it for somebody to discover later. If there's something that you want to say, I would say it and let it all be left here. Because this is the middle of the year, and it seems like you still have one big obstacle coming somewhere around September. However, I think after that, it's going to be smooth sailing into the next year. So keep an eye out, Ophiuchus, and if you like this reading, please come back for more. I'm going to be putting up the weeklies and the dailies still, so I will see you then. Make sure you like and sub.